Hello 6th and 7th class. So last time we studied about the motion. What is motion? The change in position of an object with respect to time is known as motion. And as well as we studied different kind of motion, periodic motion, oscillatory motion, rectilinear motion. Okay. So before we begin today's topic, I want to again introduce you about oscillatory motion means oscillation. Spelling of oscillation is Oscillation. Oscillation. So what is oscillation or what is oscillatory motion? The back and forth motion of an object is known as oscillatory motion or oscillation. Yes, the back and forth motion of an object about a fixed point is known as oscillatory motion or oscillation. You can see in the example in the picture, pendulum is moving from back to forth, again back, again forth, again back, again forth. So what kind of motion is it? This is oscillation. Yes, it is oscillatory motion. And you can see in the picture that boy is swinging on a swing. He is also doing oscillatory motion. So what is oscillatory motion? The to and fro motion of an object is known as oscillation or oscillatory motion. Okay. To means forward, and fro, fro means backward. I hope you understood. Now we will study few points related to pendulum, because when you will go in higher class, then you will study more about simple pendulum. So let's see some terms related to simple pendulum and what is actually simple pendulum, what is simple pendulum. Okay, now let's move on the next point. Okay, now let us see what is simple pendulum. A simple pendulum consists of a metallic ball suspended from a rigid stand by a thread. The metallic ball is called bob. Again, a simple pendulum consists of a metallic ball. Yes, the simple pendulum is made up of a ball. Yes, it is made up of an iron ball. Generally, we use iron ball. It is small in size, and this metallic ball is suspended from a rigid support, from a fixed support, from point of suspension. You can say rigid support or point of suspension, rigid support, rigid stand, or point of suspension. It is suspended from means metallic ball suspended from a rigid stand by a thread. With the help of a thread it is suspended, and the metallic ball is called bob. Yes, what is the name of that metal ball? The name of ball is bob. Okay, now look the picture. Kids, look the picture. You can see in the picture I have shown the metallic ball with green color. Yes, green color ball, metallic ball. What is the name of this ball? Bob. B-O-B. Bob. B-O-B. Bob. So this bob, this is suspended by a thread. The thread I have shown in blue color. Can you see the thread of blue color? Yes, it is suspended from a rigid support, and I have shown the rigid support with S. S, where is S? Can you see S? Yes, S is rigid support, or you can say point of suspension. So which motion will the bob do? It will do oscillatory motion. Oscillation. Yes, it will go from A point to B point, again A to B. So I have shown A and B point. Where is A? Where is B? Can you see? Yes. And when it will come to rest means at O point, O position. Where is O? Can you see O? Yes, O is the mean position. O is the mean position. And what is A and what is B? A and B are maximum, extreme position, extreme position. Okay, so O is the mean position. Okay, and Bob is swinging between extreme position A and B. I hope you understood. So what is simple pendulum? A simple pendulum consists of a metallic ball suspended from a rigid stand by a thread. The metallic ball is called bob. Okay. Now let's see some terms related to simple pendulum. Okay. Let's move on the next point. So as we already know that the back and forth motion of an object is known as oscillation. When it will go from back to forth, it will take some time. It will take some time. This period of time is called time period. This period of time is called time period. So what is time period? The time taken to complete one oscillation. One oscillation means going from back to forth is one oscillation. Okay, the time taken to complete one oscillation is known as time period. Time period is denoted by T. Yes, time period is denoted by T. The time taken to complete one oscillation is called time period. Okay, so suppose the metallic ball is at B. Now at B means at rest position. You can see where is B, where is B. Yes. Now I take it to the C. C, where is C? Yes. Then I release it. Then when I will release from C point, it will go to A point. It will go to A point. This is backward motion. Now it will come back from A point to C point. This is forward motion. So this is one oscillation. This is one oscillation. Going from C to A, then again from A to C. This is one oscillation. C to A to C. This is one oscillation. So the time taken to complete one oscillation. So how much second will it take? How many second will it take to go from C to N, A to C? This is one oscillation. Okay. Then after some time, when it will come to rest, it will come to B point. B point is mean position B. Where is B? Can you see? Yes. Now, what is amplitude? The distance between B to C and A to B. The distance between B to C and A to B is actually showing amplitude. Okay. So what is amplitude? The maximum displacement of pendulum from mean position in horizontal direction. The maximum displacement. The maximum displacement of pendulum from its mean position in horizontal direction. The maximum displacement of pendulum from mean position in horizontal direction is known as amplitude, and amplitude is denoted by A. So suppose that the metallic ball is at B point. Now from B to it goes to C. It goes to C. Now in horizontal direction, if you will measure this displacement, if you will measure the distance, then this displacement will be known as amplitude. So amplitude is denoted by A. What is the unit of time period? What is the SI unit of time period? The SI unit of time period is second, small s. Second is denoted by s. What is SI unit? We will study in detail. Okay. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, before we study about SI unit and unit, let's see one more term, that is measurement. So what is measurement? The process of measuring size or quantity of something is known as measurement. The process of measuring size or quantity of something is known as measurement. Okay, the process of measuring size or quantity of something. If you want to know the size or quantity, suppose you have a chocolate, but if you don't know how much is it, what is the weight of this chocolate, then you cannot find out. Then time you will have to use something tool that will help you to know the weight. So this process is known as measurement. The process of measuring size or quantity of something is known as measurement. In other words, I can also say the definition of measurement, the comparison between known and unknown quantity is known as measurement. The comparison between known and unknown quantity is known as measurement. Or the process of measuring size or quantity of something is known as measurement. Now, next. So, how did people in ancient time measure? How do they measure of size of anything? They use different unit. Different units were used in ancient time for measurement. Yes, different units were used in ancient time for measurement. So, what is the meaning of unit? What is the meaning of unit? Suppose that your mother said to you, go and bring sugar, 1 kilogram sugar from shop. Then you went to shop. Shopkeeper gave you sugar in kilogram. So, what is kilogram? Kilogram is unit. The milkman gives you milk in liter. Yes, so what is liter? Liter is a unit, so it is a fixed quantity which is used to measure. Liter is used to measure water, milk, liquid, and kilogram is used to measure solid. Okay. So what is unit? A fixed quantity that is used as a standard of measurement. A fixed quantity that is used as a standard of measurement. A fixed quantity that is used as a standard of measurement is known as unit. Okay. Now let's move on the next point. You can see on the screen I have written some units to measure the length, area, mass, temperature. You know that we use different kind of unit for measurement. To measure the length, look the screen, we use centimeter. Centimeter is denoted by cm. Meter is denoted by small m. Kilometer is denoted by small km. Yes, these are the unit of length: centimeter, meter, kilometer. We use also inch, foot, yard. Yes, we use also inch, we use foot, we use yard. Area, to measure the area we use square centimeter, square meter, and square kilometer. Square centimeter, square kilometer, square kilometer, square meter. And to measure volume we use cubic centimeter and cubic meter. Few units we use are cubic inch, cubic foot, cubic yard also we use to measure the volume. Okay, so all these are unit. Length, area, or which are the unit do we use to measure length? Centimeter, meter, kilometer, inch, foot, yard. And to measure the area we use centimeter square, meter square, kilometer square, and square inch, square foot, square yard. And to measure the length, we use meter. And to measure the capacity we use liter, milliliter. And we also use fluid ounce, gallon, pint. Fluid ounce, gallon, pint. And to measure the volume we use meter cube, centimeter cube. And we also use cubic inch, cubic foot, cubic yard. Okay, so these are the unit. And which unit do we use to measure the mass? We use gram, kilogram, ton, pound. And to measure the temperature we use Celsius and Fahrenheit, degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit you can say, or you can say Celsius and Fahrenheit. Okay, these are the unit we use right now. Okay, now let's move on the next point. So as I told you that in ancient time people use different unit for measurement. Now the question is, which units did they use for measurement? Which units did they use for measurement in ancient time? I have shown some pictures on your screen. You can see first picture of a foot. Yes, they use foot step for the measurement. Okay, or you can say foot span or foot step. So they use foot step for measurement of length. Okay, second is cubit, means length of arm, the length from elbow to the tip of middle finger. From the length from elbow to tip of middle finger is 1 cubit. So they also use hand, and they also use hand span. Hand span is the length from tip of thumb to the tip of little finger. Tip of thumb to the tip of little finger is hand span. And they also use fathom. Fathom, what is fathom? The length of outstretched arm, the length of both hand from tip of middle finger to the tip of another hand's middle finger. So the length of outstretched arm is fathom. So these units were used in ancient time. Which unit? Foot span. Foot span means footstep. Hand span, cubit, fathom. There are many units, other units, gilli danda, angul, they also used in ancient time. But actually different people have different size of organ, different size of hand, leg, finger. So it was not the correct way of measurement. It was not the correct way of measurement, because the size of hand, fingers vary from person to person. So it was not the correct way of measurement. That's why it was the main requirement that to use something fixed unit, so we can get fixed size or quantity or fixed length. Okay, so these all were not fixed unit, but they used in ancient time people used for measurement. Okay, now I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. So ancient time units were replaced by SI unit. As ancient time units were replaced by SI unit. Nowadays we use SI units. So the full form of SI unit is International System of Unit. International System of Unit. Nowadays SI units are used. It is the scientific method of expressing magnitude or quantities. Nowadays, which unit do we use? We use SI unit, and what? It is a scientific method of expressing magnitude or quantity. Magnitude means value. Okay. In 1790, the French created this system. In 1790, the French created this system called metric system, but now it is known as SI unit, International System of Unit. That time it was known as metric system. In 1790 it was created by French. Okay, now it is known as SI unit. The actually International System of Unit, the name in French version, name in French language is Internationale Système Internationale. Système Internationale. Okay, so now we use SI unit, and you know what is the meaning of unit? Fixed quantity that is used as a standard of measurement. So to measure the length we use meter. Meter is a SI unit. Okay, other units are centimeter, millimeter, and to measure the weight, to measure the mass, we use kilogram. Other units are gram, milligram. So these units are we use in present time. So what is the SI unit of length? Meter. What is the SI unit of mass? Means weight, kilogram. Okay, so nowadays we use SI unit. SI units in 1790, the French created this system called metric system. Okay, now let's move on the next point. Okay, there are seven base unit. There are seven base unit. You can see on the screen the SI unit of meter, length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, luminous intensity, amount of substance. Yes, these are known as fundamental quantity, or you can say fundamental SI unit. So first is length. As I already told you, length, what is the SI unit of length? Meter. And what is the symbol do we use for meter? Small m. Next, mass. What is the SI unit of mass? Kilogram. In general language, we use kilogram for weight, but actually, for mass, to measure the mass, we use kilogram SI unit. So the SI unit of mass is kg, and the symbol kg for mass. Time. Yes, we know that time is measured in minute as well as hour, but the SI unit of time is second, small s. We use small s to measure the time. Next is temperature. The SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Yes, we use Celsius as well as Fahrenheit, but the SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Okay, so next is electric current. Current, yes, we can also measure current. The SI unit of current is ampere, AMPERE, and the symbol for ampere is A. Yes, we can measure the electric current in ampere. Next is luminous intensity. You just need to understand, in a higher class you will actually understand all these unit in detail. Luminous means shining. You already know what is luminous and what is non-luminous. Do you remember? Yes, luminous shining, that shine of their own, which gives out light. Luminous intensity. So, what is the unit of luminous intensity? Candela, CD. And last is amount of substance. Yes, we can measure amount of substance. The unit for amount of substance is mole, and the symbol for it mol, mole. Okay, these are the 7 fundamental unit. Try to memorize. Okay. Especially what is the unit of temperature, SI unit Kelvin, some amount of substance mole, luminous intensity candela, electric current ampere. Okay, now let's move on the next point. Okay student, now let's talk about the measurement of time. Measurement of time. So in ancient time, how did people measure the time? How did they measure that it is 7 o'clock morning, it is afternoon, it is evening, at night? How? So they used few devices. As you can see on your screen, I have shown few devices. Device number 1, can you tell me what is the name of device? Sand clock. Yes, sand clock, SAND, sand. Yes, sand clock is just look like dumbbell. Sand clock, actually in sand clock sand was filled, and slowly it came out from a small pore. It shows 1 hour. Okay, it is sand clock. Nowadays we don't use sand clock. Second is sundial. Yes, do you know in Jantar Mantar, if you have gone Jaipur, there is also a sundial. Yes, sundial is actually with the help of sun, according to the position of sun, sundial shows the time. Sundial shows the time. Okay. Last, water clock. Water clock in which we used water. What happens from one vessel, the water fall down into another vessel from a very small pore. It also shows 1 hour. This is water clock. You can see the picture of water clock. Can you see the picture of water clock? Yes. So all these are ancient time unit: sand clock, sundial, and water clock. Okay. Now let's move on the next point. So kids, we talked about the different devices used in ancient time, but now the time has changed completely. It has changed. We are in new era. So we have developed completely. We use technologies. Nowadays we use different kind of clock, watches for measurement. You can see the first picture. First clock, pendulum clock. I think this pendulum clock might be in your school. We use in the school pendulum clock. At home you can see in which pendulum move from one position to another position. Second clock you can see is digital clock. in which digital clock numbers are shown. Third kind of clock, smartwatch. Yes, right now we use smartwatch. Smartwatch are used right now. Smartwatch can do many kind of work. It is actually like smart mobile. It is like just like mobile. You can make a phone call, send a message, listen music. You can do whatever you want. It is not so expensive. You just need to wear on your wrist and it will show the time. Not only just time, you can do much more. So smartwatch is popular right now. Last, you can see it is a digital table clock. Yes, you can see the picture of Spider-Man on it. Table clock, yes. Isn't it amazing? Yes, it is table clock. You can change the color, you can change the picture, you can use your own picture, you can set the time, set the alarm. It will show everything. So all these are modern time clock. And what is the unit of time? SI unit of time is second. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, other units of time. We know that we use second for measurement because S for second. Second is the SI unit of time, but there are many units: minute, small m, hour, small h, day, week, month, and year are the unit of time. Yes, all these are units of time. We use minute, hour, day. Okay, but there are very small unit. Minute is big, but there are many small unit like microsecond, nanosecond, microsecond, 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 nanosecond, nanosecond, nanosecond. So what is microsecond? A microsecond is an SI unit of time. Microsecond is also a unit which is equal to 1 millionth of a second. Yes, a microsecond is equal to 1 millionth of second. It means microsecond is equal to 0.0000001, means 0.5 times 0 then 1, 5 times 0 then 1. Yes, microsecond. And 1 second, you know, only 1 second means 0 1, but microsecond, 1 microsecond means 0.0000001. Yes, isn't it surprising? And the symbol for microsecond, you can see I have shown in red color, mu s. Mu s. This is not u. This is not u for umbrella. The symbol for microsecond is mu s, microsecond. And symbol for nanosecond is ns. The symbol for nanosecond is ns. And nanosecond is equal to 1 billionth of a second. Yes, a nanosecond is equal to 1 billionth of a second, and a microsecond is equal to 1 millionth of a second. Microsecond is equal to 1 millionth of a second, and a nanosecond is equal to 1 billionth of a second. So, how many seconds are there in nanosecond? 10 to the power minus 9. 10 to the power minus 9, or you can say 1 upon 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Or you can write 0.8 times 0 then 1. 0.8 times 0 then 1 means 0.0000000 then 1 followed by 1. Okay, so 1 microsecond is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 second, and 1 nanosecond is equal to 10 to the power minus 9 second. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, now it's time to ask question from you. Please note down all these question. Okay, now let's talk one by one. Question number one. Question number one is define oscillation with an example. Define oscillation with an example. So what is oscillation? The back and forth motion of an object is known as oscillation, or you can say the to and fro motion of an object is known as oscillation. Example of oscillation: simple pendulum. Yes, simple pendulum shows oscillation. Okay, next question is write the SI unit of following: electric current and mass. Write the SI unit of following: electric current and mass. So what is the SI unit of electric current? The SI unit of electric current is ampere. Yes, the symbol that we use for ampere is capital A. And what is the SI unit of mass? Kilogram. Yes, there are 7 fundamental unit. Length, the SI unit of length is meter. Mass, the SI unit of mass is kilogram. Temperature, the SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Time, the SI unit of time is second. Luminous intensity, the SI unit of luminous intensity is candela, CD. Amount of substance, the SI unit of amount of substance is mole. Now next question. Question number 3. Define unit and measurement. Yes, what is unit and what is the meaning of measurement? Unit. What is unit? The comparison between known and unknown quantity is called unit. The comparison between known and unknown quantity is called unit. Or second definition of unit is, what is unit? A fixed quantity that is used as a standard of measurement. A fixed quantity that is used as a standard of measurement is called unit. Okay, in ancient time we use different unit. Okay, next question. Measurement. What is measurement? The process of measuring size or quantity of something. The process of measuring size or quantity of something is known as measurement. Now we measure in a different way. In ancient time we measure in a different way. Question number 4. Which units were used in ancient time? Yes, which units were used in ancient time? In ancient time we use cubit. Cubit means the distance from elbow to the middle fingertip. Foot span, hand span, and fathom, and as well as angul, villi danda. So these units we were used in ancient time. Okay, last question. Question number 5. Question number 5 is, what is time period of a pendulum? Yes, what is the meaning of time period? The time taken to complete one oscillation. The time taken to complete one oscillation is called time period. The time taken to complete one oscillation is called time period. And what is pendulum? What is simple pendulum? A simple pendulum consists of a metallic ball suspended from a rigid stand by a thread. The metallic ball is called bob. What is simple pendulum? A simple pendulum consists of a metallic ball suspended from a rigid stand by a thread. The metallic ball is called pendulum. And you know that in an ancient time people used to measure the time. They used sand clock, sundial, water clock. But nowadays we use digital clock, smart watch, wall clock, means pendulum clock. Okay, so I hope you understood the chapter you understood completely. Now we will meet in next lecture. Okay, till then, goodbye.